at the moon, that each person would see it inverted. Okay?
Mm-hmm. We're listening.
And she used that to explain that can only happen on a globe. But I don't think that's true, because if you look at if you have a dome ceiling light in your living room, the floor is a flat surface. If you stand on one side of the room and look at that ceiling light, and have somebody stand on the other side of the room and look at the ceiling light, it'll look inverted.
Well, it won't exactly look inverted. You'll see a different angle of it, but you are both standing in the same orientation. You're both standing, on that flat surface, just, a distance apart. So you'll see a slightly different image. You'll just see a slightly different angle. But if you're on a globe...
Well, if you're 180 degrees apart, it will look inverted. It'll look 180 degrees inverted to the other person.
But, okay, you'd have to lay with your heads facing away from each other to get that view. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the moon being a stationary object, if you're on a flat... I'm like gesturing to you, but you can't see me. If you're on a flat surface, standing in the same orientation, you would see just a slight angle difference, a slight, in the image of the moon, versus if you laid down with your heads facing away from each other and then took a snapshot of the moon, it would look different. And then farther, a little further away too.
Who's calling on the show? What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Sean.
Sean, how you doing? Where are you calling from? What state?
Washington.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're putting you on the show, bro. That's right. So share with us what you'd like to say about this, Sean.
Oh, I had the same thoughts as that last guy. Basically, I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I don't fall into either boat. I can see the arguments for both sides.
Uh-huh.
And then when I heard the Jennifer comment about the only way you can see the moon inverted would be on a globe, I kind of ran it through my head, and I was thinking, well, I don't know if that's exactly true.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, think of...
Check this out. Though, here's something. Hold that thought, though.
Okay.
We have seen so many people argue about this crap, and both of our calls have been completely respectful, courteous, kind, open-minded.
This is so
easy.
Much fun for me.
Easy. Thank you very much, Sean, for being easy.
Yeah. I just keep imagining, if I could put a Frisbee on or how about a cookie, like a chocolate chip cookie?
Now you're talking.
It has certain characteristics.
How about a happy face?
Yeah. Like if it has a happy face on it, and you put the happy face up on the ceiling, and you go stand in one corner of the room and look into the center of the ceiling, you're looking at that happy face, and from your corner, the happy face looks upright, because the eyes will be closer to you, and the mouth will be closer to the opposite corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go into that opposite corner and look at it, it's going to look upside down all of a sudden.
That's true.
Well, I know, but see...
Unless you're drunk. then it kind of changes a little bit.
So the cookie on the ceiling didn't move, and you're on a flat plane, you just went from one corner to the opposite corner, and the cookie just totally inverted.
Yeah. If there was a cookie and I was drunk, I'd eat it. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So now, how do you feel about the fact when you first learned about this? I asked Justin the same question. When you first learned about this, how did you feel? What did you think? Did you think you were insane? Did you think you lost your mind? I mean, did you think that people were cuckoo clocks? Did you think you needed to check yourself into a hospital? What did you think?
I'm pretty open-minded to begin with, but I have kind of the same story as that last guy. I mean, I first heard about it from Rob Skiba.
It seems to be a big
And
name.
he's known for looking into biblical things. And so when he brought this up on one of his videos last summer, I was like, what the heck is he talking about? So I watched the video of his, and I was like, whoa, that's strange. But I never really thought anything of it. And so I went out to do some experiments. I went out to a beach, because I'm in Washington on the coast, and we have a big old bay, so a lot of flat, long distance water. And I took one of these fancy new Nikon cameras that has the world's longest zoom, and I zoomed across 9 miles of flat water to this town that has a 10-foot rock jetty on the other side, and I could see the jetty. And like that guy was explaining the curvature, the 8-mile
Right.
Eight
That 8
inches
inches.
per
per
mile
mile, I
squared.
think.
8 inches per mile squared.
Correct. Yes.
And like he was saying, it has to be squared because if it's just 8 inches per mile, that would create a slope, not a curve. So the farther out you go, the more exponentially the curve drops off.
Mm-hmm.
And so at 9 miles, if I can remember right, anything under 35 feet, I think, should be below the horizon. So you shouldn't be able to see anything shorter than 35 feet from 9 miles away. But I was able to see the whole jetty, which is only like maybe 10 feet above the water. And so that kind of piqued my interest right there. And it's explained away from the globe Earth perspective as a mirage or refraction. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like he says, I don't think we can ever know the truth because there's those the way that they're explained away like that. But it was definitely strange to be able to see that from 9 miles away when the globe math says you shouldn't be able to see it.
Any response, Miss Mills?
I would just looking up that the 8-inch drop per mile and
Per mile squared.
yeah, let's see here.
So what did you while Jennifer is doing that? Have you spoken to your family about this?
Yeah, they think I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
But I don't tell them when I talk to people about it. It's kind of for fun. I don't say that I'm a flat earther because I'm not. I'm just kind of looking into it. But like that last guy, I don't believe anything NASA says.
Yeah, me either. That's true. I don't anymore.
That's basically the only proof we have for a ball is NASA.
That is true. That is very true, and I don't trust them either. Hey, I could throw a punt in there. I don't trust them as far as I could throw them through space. Because they are liars, that's for sure. We have found that out over several different situations. Okay, so your family thought you were crazy, and you're basically just checking into this stuff. What did you think when you first started looking it up? Did you question your own judgment?
No, not really.
It's kind of like...
I just thought of it as another piece of research that I do.
When you... do you believe that 9/11 was an inside job?
I believe that the official story isn't true.
Okay. That's a safe answer. That's a good, safe answer. So what I'm trying to get at, though, sir, is are you open-minded to conspiracies, not conspiracy theories, but to real conspiracies? You'll check them out?
Yeah, I try to stay away from conspiracy theories,
And yeah.
but I definitely know there are major conspiracies everywhere.
Yeah, that's what makes people like you and I question the government, because we see all the other lies that they have fed us. So I'm open-minded to learning as much as I can. If you would have told me 40 years ago that we would even be discussing the stuff we're discussing nowadays, I would have said no, we're not. We got 5 minutes left of the show. What do you want to talk about there, Jennifer?
Well,
with him?
Well, I mean,
I was
wanted to
laughed at
respond.
just a few years ago talking about the government spying on us, but now that's common knowledge.
Yeah, Jennifer was going to respond to something. What was that?
Well, I wanted to respond to your calculation of taking or zooming into that object. How many miles away was it?
9.
It was 9 miles.
9 miles away. I think you also have to take into account how tall you are.
How high the camera is.
How high the camera
Yeah,
is.
the camera was about 2 feet above the water, I think.
Okay, and then how high above sea level was that object?
The jetty, the top of the jetty was around 10 feet above the water.
And you could see it all the way down to the bottom of the base of it? Or
Well, you can see the definite top of it. That's what defined the variation of the top of that between the background. You could see the top of the jetty. The bottom of the jetty was harder to differentiate because the color-wise kind of started blending in with the water. But the top of it, you can definitely tell because there was a different color transition between the background. And you can see the buildings in the background.
Well,
You can definitely see the top of the jetty.
I know this. I've seen in the last 2 days when we decided to do the assignment, I've seen a lot of videos, and a lot of people have some really interesting questions, and a lot of people have some really interesting answers. But at the same time, it comes down to this. They either friggin' lied to us and shoved all this crap up our butts and in our ears and in our nose, and we didn't know anything about this kind of stuff, or we're all kind of like a little bit,
Well, see, the interesting thing about this, and I think the reason why there is so much discussion on this particular topic, is because you have mathematical formulas, you have scientific proven fact, and then you have observed data, empirical data, and it's so hard to debunk empirical data. So you have two.
See, that's my thing is I haven't seen any true empirical data to prove a ball. And I haven't seen any true empirical data to prove flatness other than my little 9-mile test, which is inconclusive.
Wow, it's been awesome, though. I'll tell you what, it's nice talking to all these people. Our callers have been awesome tonight, too.
I'd have to say so.
Seriously, this, I was expecting to get friggin'
I thought I was gonna
attacked.
I thought I was going to be in big trouble.
I thought I was going to have to keep the peace, and all we've had is good gentlemen on the phone. It's like, wow. Bro,
I'd love to see a hard, real picture of our globe from space. But
and see,
it seems like all the ones that are supposedly real pictures from space turn out to be fake somehow.
And you know what? I think that also is a comment about the life and times of our society. We've gotten to the point where we can really only believe something if we see it for our own eyes.
Right.
Because
isn't
this
that kind of like God?
Yeah.
Well, it has been a fantastic show tonight. You guys, we got to run here. We got about 30 seconds left. This is Mark Connors on American Media News. Sir, your name and where are you calling from again?
Sean from Washington.
Sean from Washington. What radio show are you listening to, Sean?
We're the Connors Report.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.
Have a great night. God bless. Take care. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on American Media News. This is Mark Connors.
And Jennifer Mills.
We'll be right back after this.
I don't understand.